Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So, like all the
I can't hear you for some reason, so I may have to put on my earphones.
have you get it.
Let me do it. All right, I'm going to put on my headset so I can hear you. Be right back. There you are. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Hey, Denise, it's Misty. Give me just a few seconds to get my stuff in order, okay?
Okay.
Hi, this is Candy from Las Vegas.
Yay! Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Glad to have you guys on board. All right, I am going to go ahead and mute the call, and we will get started. Yay, it's my favorite day of the week. I love just connecting with you guys. Today we are going to do some cool stuff because we are not only going to train and learn, but we are going to work together. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Denise Walsh, your Black Diamond Leader. I have been with It Works for almost 9 years, which is crazy. I feel too young to say that, but hey, what do you do? So if you've never been on a Zoom before, please use the chat function. And then as we go through some information, I will be able to you can unmute and ask questions and stuff too. But today we are going to do a few things. I know that a lot of you are doing new distributor training webinars with your specific team, which is awesome. I really want you to build community with your team members, with your upline, downline, sidelines. And so I am counting on you guys to be doing those new distributor basic training things in order to kind of get through your first few weeks in business. What is an auto ship? What is a loyal customer? How do I, that kind of thing. So these Tuesday calls are going to be geared towards skill building, verbiage, practice, and just honing in on why we're doing this crazy rep thing. I know we're all busy, so I want to make sure that we're not just getting on calls to get on calls, but that we are really learning something and not, building our skills. There's a lot of different skills in this business, but with It Works, we truly can keep it simple with blitz, wrap, repeat. Blitz, wrap, repeat, which means generating leads, right? Finding people who are interested, connecting with your warm market, and then wrap, which is getting the wrap on people, booking your calendar, and repeat. Blitz, wrap, repeat. Generating leads, getting the wrap on them, repeat, following up. So, what we're going to do today is about how to do your launch party. We're going to talk for a bit about launching your business with a party, what a party looks like. We're going to talk a bit about your hundreds list and how to figure out who to invite and that kind of thing. And then we're going to spend the last half hour booking our calendar with wrap appointments and parties. So let me go ahead and get you that information that I just created, which is awesome, but here we go. Okay. So we know that wrap parties are seriously a big part of what we do. Now, when I say wrap party, it could be one person, it could be 2 people, it could be 10. It doesn't matter. It's not as much about it doesn't have to be huge and crazy, right? It really just has to be a few people getting together. And what I love about scheduling wrap parties is that if they can't come, just schedule a one-on-one appointment. I know a lot of people who are a bit nervous to do parties in the beginning, so they just scheduled one-on-one appointments and did the presentation over and over and over again until they felt comfortable. So with your party, you want to do a few things. You want to keep it simple. Keep it simple. If you overthink it, so will your potential distributors. So you want to keep it really simple, 1 bag in, 1 bag out, and have the hostess just provide water. We want our parties to be 2 hours max. They come in, they get wrapped, they go through the presentation, they wear the wrap for 45 minutes, and then they sign up as a customer or distributor, and then they head home to their busy lives, right? So just water. Certainly, if the hostess wants to provide wine, they can do that if they think that will get more people there from her, they can Drink wine afterwards, and one bag. One bag's important because a lot of companies, if you've ever been in a company before, you know that it's often like tubs of stuff, and you are a retail store going from house to house to house to house, and that is not what we do. We don't have to carry a ton of inventory. We don't have to have a ton of tubs of stuff, right? So you really can just come in with one bag with some sample products and some wraps. I do recommend having loyal customer forms, distributor forms, before and after pictures, the party pad, and some sample products. So you might want to have some greens, some fat fighter so you can crush up the fat fighter, wraps and facials, wow, lifting lip and eye cream. If you're doing a facial party, include the exfoliating peel and cleanser. But honestly, I often tell people that they don't have to wrap. They can if they want to, but they can easily just come and watch. And what we find is that most people will sign up as a customer, even if they didn't try a wrap, because they realize that they want the full treatment. So create your binder, print that stuff off, and then you can set up your stations. So the first station when you get in, and I do recommend getting to the party about a half an hour early. However, your first party should ideally be at your own house because you know where the scissors are, you know, you can control the invitations. You want to have your first one at your house so that way you can then, your guests can become your next hostess, your hostesses, and invite you to their home, and they know what to expect. So they'll be more apt to be able to get people there. So 3 stations. We have your welcome station. This is when you have people sign in and pay the $25. You have to do this up front, you guys, because if you've ever, I mean, we all know we've learned the hard way. When you wrap someone and then you're like, okay, it'll be $25 now at the end and whatever. So if you're saying, are you wrapping tonight? Awesome, it's $25. We do recommend putting the money in like a clear jar so they can see that cash is being made right up front. We typically charge $25 if you're doing a facial, $25 if you're doing a chin and neck, facial, tummy, like the whole like, total body treatment. Then you can give a discount for all 3 or something. The hostess typically wraps for free. So if it's your own party, you could do a mystery hostess where one of the, you know, everybody would pay. And then during the presentation, you would draw a name and someone would get their money back because they would be getting it for free as the mystery hostess. That can kind of be a draw-in too. Next, we have the wrapping station. If you are wrapping at your event, and again, if you don't have enough wraps, that's okay. Do not let it stop you. I know people who don't market wrapping at the event because they didn't have enough. So they just said, come learn. But your wrapping station is typically in the bathroom. Scissors. Actually, we don't need scissors anymore because you can open the wraps now without them. But you can have your phone for pictures. Use the Wrap app, the new Wrap app with it works. So you can do the before and after pictures right there on your phone or right there on their phone. Have them download it and they've got their before and after pictures. And then you have the presentation station. And the presentation station is simply your party pad with your product samples. And during the party pad presentation, you can go through the product samples to make it experiential. They can taste the greens. They can put defining gel on the back of their hands. They can see the Fat Fighter demo where you have a glass of water with a little bit of oil on top and you crush up the Fat Fighter and watch it, you know, right? Suck it up and go down. So the presentation station is often just on a side table. I usually sit on the floor or sit on the couch with the guests. Make it comfortable, make it fun. We're not uber professional, we're relational. And we know that we want that stay-at-home mom to think, oh, I can do this. Oh, if she can do it, I can do it. You know, I think that's the best compliment. If she can do it, I can do it. And I get that all the time. And I'm not sure if that's good or bad. But in this case, we'll say that it's good. If she can do it, I can do it. So we want to make it real relaxed. But again, make it personal. So that means that your story should be woven throughout the party. Let me see if I have a party pad quickly, which I do. All right, so this is the party pad. And when you hear, this is the kind of cool thing, you guys, when you hear our presentations, you will hear us going through the party pad, whether it's a Zoom party, whether it is an opportunity call, whether it is a Facebook event or a live party. There's a lot of ways to to do it. And you'll see that we all do very similar things. We just put our story woven within it. So often the first page, this is what I typically do. I'll say, before I get started on this, I learned this from a trainer named Big Al. He said, what's funny is you're going to get started on your presentation, but you say, before I get to that, let me tell you a bit about my story. And they feel like it's not really the presentation, even though it is. It's kind of funny. But before I get started, let me tell you a little bit about my story. My name's Denise, blah, blah, blah. I started at Works, 9 years ago for these reasons. And talk about your struggle. People identify with the struggle. I signed up because I didn't have money left over by the end of the month. I had month left over at the end of the money, right? I signed up because I was sick of not being able to take my kids on spring break, or I was sick of not being able to pay for school clothes, or whatever the case may be. What is the struggle? People will identify with that. And so when you're telling your story with, in this front part, talk about that. You don't have to be long, but talk about it. Don't be shy either. And then I say, so let's get to why you're really here, which is this crazy wrap thing. And you go through it. You may want to have a dried out applicator to show people so they can see. And then you go to the packages and you can do the different products.
Can you re-show yours? Because I think yours is different than mine.
My party pad? My party pad's just old. Yeah, it's just a few years. Yeah, that is a little different. Yours is right. Yours is the new one.
What happens if you don't have one?
You get these in your kit?
We haven't got our kit. They said it's on back order. They've been on back order since February 27th.
Okay, they should be coming in. I've had people sign up since then, and they have gotten there. So yours should be coming in. If you don't have it, then go to your eSuite and let's look and see what you can use as an alternative. At the end of the day, if you know, I'm gonna mute.
One to believe.
I hear background TV. If you don't have it, then what you can do is print off some product sheets. And I guess I would see if there's an upline near you that you can borrow some products. And if not, again, then I would do Facebook events. Use what you have. There's always a way. There's always a way. We can be creative with it. But you're sharing your story, you're sharing your personal struggle, why you got started. And again, you don't have to have super experience or a ton of success. I can tell you, I do tell people that I've quit my job. I do tell them that we're making money and that it's, I do say that. But if I told them how much we were making, they would fall over and pass out and not believe me. So I don't lead with that. I don't. I tell them I was a clinical psychologist. I was burnt out at my job. I knew there was there was a glass ceiling. I was trapped in in the corporate hamster wheel, that kind of thing. Focus on that and people will relate. Yes, Miss Misty. I see your hand raised.
Okay. Yeah. In class.
Yes. Okay.
So, on the party pad, it has notes.
Yes.
Okay. So, what there? What should we put there? What exactly is that
I'll show you.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Good question. Okay. So Amanda said, you're right, Amanda, there's the party pad presentation. Duh. So let's take a look at this. If you go to your eSuite under Documents, I use it for One Team, One Missions. I didn't even think of it for the presentation. I'll show you my screen. So if you go here into your document library, and search, there we go, come on, party pad presentation, and lots of different languages, and here it is in English. So you download this, and you can actually, you can print it off. It's the same thing, print it off. And then you have the party pad notes. And this is cool because this is what you would put on each of the pages. And so you guys, what's so funny, and Amanda, I'm sure you'll agree with this, is You memorize this. Like you seriously just like put it here. But you'll hear us at the One Team, One Missions say these things. How many of you have the crazy wrap? Like how many of you have tried it now? How does it feel? You'll hear us use this over, and it's just really cool. No matter who's doing the One Team, One Mission, or no matter who's doing the party, it's cool how streamlined it can be. So you would just put this on the notes section, and you could actually do it upside down. So that way it's readable to you. You can go like this. So again, you don't even need to have a party pad for everyone, right? You just need to have a party pad for yourself. Honestly, if I give the party pads out, I do collect them because I'm doing parties a lot. So when I'm doing parties, I say, I'm going to hand these out, but I will collect them because I have a party next Tuesday. And then if they want to become a distributor or they're talking distributor questions, you can give it one to keep, but most people just turn it back in. So you can use one. And this will help you with the verbiage. And feel free to read it. Feel free to read it. Because this, again, makes you relatable. You don't have to be an expert. Oh, cool, it even has cleanse stuff in there in the work system. That's cool. Now, what's really fun is when Cammie and I first got started, Cammie was my is my sponsor, and she signed up 10 years ago, and we did not have party pads. And so we would talk about every product. And at our parties, we would be the expert, and we would be like, and the new you has this ingredient that does this, and the ThermoFit has this ingredient that does this, and we talked forever. And I remember being at one of Cammie's parties thinking, I can't do that. That is crazy. Like that's a lot of information. And what I love is that we don't have to do that. We really are just talking about our top few products and highlighting them. I do recommend, again, if you're in your eSuite, you go to your loyal customer form, print off your loyal customer form, and I'll show you this too. All right, I'm going to search it. Loyal customer order form in English. And what I would do is print this off. Oh, that's not it. This is the referral program rules. What I would do is print this off, and that's not it either. Am I missing it? Referral program, referral program. Let me try here. What I would do is print it off, and here we go, I think. I know, I'm looking to see. I don't see it.
Last time I checked, they haven't had an updated one for the United States yet.
Really?
Since they added the cleanse.
Okay. Thank you, Dorothy. So we will have to ask about that. I wonder if we have an old one. Maybe we can put it in the... So the other option is to use your app when you're enrolling someone, or you can do it from like the website while you're there. Just go to orders and then put their order in that way. But if you can print it off, what I would do is I'll just use United Kingdom, even though it's in pounds here. I would highlight the products you're talking about, because sometimes people will, like it says advanced formula fat fighter. So when people are looking for fat fighter, they don't find it because it says advanced. So if you have the highlighted ones, you can highlight the products that you're using. And then you simply at the end, you guys, hand him a pen. Like, hand him a pen. I love what Kyler said at the It Works You. He said, my closing tip is to hand them a pen and smile. They fill out the top of this. You know, if you're going back to unwrap people, then you can simply say, all right, what product stood out to you? What are you thinking? Have you ever thought about doing a company like this? You know, oh my gosh, I always try when I'm walking out of the wrap room, say something like, oh my gosh, she is like getting her sexy back. Look at her strut her stuff. You know, like you're just getting excited. People walk in sometimes like, I don't want you to see my belly. And then they walk out like, whoop, 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 whoop. So you really want to play it up and be excited. When we did expos, this is fun. If you do expos, we used to we wrap people at the event a lot of times, and would get a bell, and we'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, and this was when we could say inch loss, and we can't anymore. So now we'll change it to say, this person saw results in 45 minutes. And it's not about them. Like, you don't want to be like, here they are. Do you see them? Because they might be embarrassed. But you're really just getting energy up. And we'd seriously ring a bell, and it was really fun. And people would be like, what is going on over there? So you want to come out of the wrap room really, really excited and be like, oh my gosh, she worked so hard for that. Congratulations, and just really like be excited. So the close often happens in the wrap room because people will tell you anything and everything. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't pooped in 3 days. And you're like, you need us. Like, we've got something. Or, yes, Misty, what are you thinking?
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you, but okay, since there's not an updated form, is there any way that we can kind of take the Ireland English form and put it into a Microsoft Word and kind of make our own?
Yeah.
Denise, when I did my last wrap party, I handed these product catalogs to everybody, and I just had them mark in here, because what I'm going to do at the very end is I'm going to take them to a table in a separate room, and then we're going to go through what they want, and we're going to go ahead and put it in on the computer, tablet, or phone right then anyway. So
good.
That's what I did. It worked. That's
such a great idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I would. I think we did that, Dorothy, at your party or Jody's party that one time. We had like a closing station, kind of like we unwrapped people, and then we said, all right, you come here. You come here. You come here. And it was really important, you guys, and I may sound bold in saying these things, but it's because I've done it the wrong way several times. And you learn that you have to be directive. You are the expert. You're not professional. You're not a doctor, but you know what? You are the expert in this situation. You're the distributor. So you have to be a bit directive, like, all right, let's go wrap. All right, you come here. All right, I'm going to check you out now. All right, what do you think? And so what I did, yeah, it does. And I did a party one time when I was like, all right, we're going to be checking people out right here. And no one came. And they all sat around the table, like way over there. And I sat here by myself. And then someone goes, are you ready? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. So, and they're like, oh, we were waiting for you to be ready. And I was like, okay, you come here. So then we called them over one at a time, and we could interact. We could say, what are you looking for? What are you, what are your questions? And I found that people like having that one-on-one time with you to ask questions. They might not want to ask in front of the big group. So the closing station was really helpful. Yeah, the big catalog is nice if you have it, and you can get all of this product or all of the marketing materials, including the party pad, the Blitz cards, and that catalog at myitworkstore.com. My It Work Store has all the marketing materials. So if you have not yet booked your first party, you need to. You need to. I recommend booking 2 parties in your first few weeks in the business. Misty, what's up?
Okay, so the whole party thing has got me totally confused. I don't want to do like just my family, even though, I know that they would come, whatever. But how do I go about actually getting people to come to the party?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I asked Dorothy earlier about a virtual party.
Yeah.
I've heard so many people doing it, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's some tips on that? Okay.
We're going to go into how to invite people in just a minute. I do say do your first one yourself with 4 to 6 of your friends and family. If they can't come, schedule a one-on-one. Anybody who can't cut, like, and that's one reason why I say do 2. Because you're like, all right, I'm going to do one Friday and Sunday. And, oh, you can't come Friday. Don't worry, girl. I'm doing one on Sunday. Like and again, I know Tracy Buskirk is a leader on our team, and she had 2 parties, one geared towards people she thought would be good distributors, and one geared towards people she thought would be good loyal customers. So she kind of presented it that way. I invited you here because I know you are big into health and wellness, and you're a good friend, and I would just love your support, etc. Jody, yeah, that closing section really did help. And that is when Dawn signed up, because we sat down, and she might not have come to me and to actually say something, but I sat down and said, what are you thinking? And she was like, tell me more about the distributor thing, maybe, kind of, sort of. And it was fun because we had that one-on-one time to ask questions. So let's talk about how to get people there and work in your warm market. We do Facebook parties. A virtual party is something that you can do just with Zoom. So you can, like, we've done virtual parties like this before where you do it and they can see your face. You also can do it on Facebook as a Facebook event. We've done those all last year. We did a bunch of those. And those you typically just post every 3 minutes. You invite people to it and you post every few minutes and go from there. And we do have a script we can send out. So let's go through inviting people and work in your hundreds list. So I am going to share my screen. Think about when you could have your first party or your next party. And the goal for those of you that are new is to have a party so that way your friends and family know what it is, and they can then invite people to their house. Because you're right, the goal is not, you're not going to make money with the people you know. It's all about the people you meet. The other thing you can think about is the people that you blitz, people in your area that are on Facebook. Hey, can I get a wrap on you? Have you tried a wrap yet? That kind of thing. So let's see. So this is called the memory jogger, and they have a hundreds list right here, your memory jogger. So if you can, I would like you to print off your hundreds list or get out a piece of paper right now, and we are going to work on this together. Think about people who are in your warm market and in your lukewarm market. And don't prejudge if they're interested or not, if they have money or not, if they need it or not. Doesn't matter, because that's not our goal. Our goal isn't to decide for them. Our goal is just to write their names down, because what I find is that one name leads to another. You know, Aunt Sally leads to cousin Christy, who leads to her boyfriend, who leads to this is, you know what I mean? Like your dental hygienist, your, people that you see consistently, but you might not necessarily call. And I'm going to give you verbiage here in just a minute. I hope you're writing names down. And I can tell you guys from experience, people come into your mind for a reason. I have had several times people that I haven't talked to in like years from high school or college start percolating. I keep thinking about them. One of them I never reached, well, actually neither of them I reached out to because I was bad. But I kept thinking about, this is why I know it's true. I kept thinking about them. And if you have a warm market person like that you're a lukewarm market person who you haven't talked to in a long time, but you want to reach out to, I would honestly just message them and say, oh my gosh, you just showed up on my news feed. How are you doing? Are you still in Michigan? Are you still in Texas? Are you still here? Oh, you moved. How are you? Like, I would just start the conversation. And then things will naturally, what have you been up to? Well, I'm so excited. I just started my new business. You don't have to just blab about the business immediately because, again, you want it to be natural and build that rapport. The people that are in your warm market, so this is the other thing. All right, I hope you're writing down names. This is the time to work. We only have so many hours in a day, so I hope you're working. Write down names. And then what I want you to do, you guys, is go to your website or your product flyer. And wait for it. I'm pressing buttons here. It's working, I swear. Come on. Is eSweep being slow right now? Is it just me? What you want to do is you want to take a look at all of the different products we have and pick them. Like, let's say Aunt Sally would really love the greens, or your cousin's getting married, or someone's having a baby and would really love the, all right, I'm going to try to log in again. It's being really slow. So think about a product that they would love. And then I'm going to tell you what to say.
Question.
Yep, go ahead.
When you're doing the party through Zoom, do you go through the party pad presentation?
I do.
Okay.
Because what you can do with that too is you can put it on your screen and you can share the screen. So you're not just holding it up like you can, but you could also share the screen so people can see it better.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. And then, all right, so you're writing down, yours is slow. Kara, mine too. End of month is happening already. Okay, so what you want to do is take a look at the products, take a look at the packages, and go through your list and find the package or the product, let's say it's the system, that you think you would recommend for someone, one of your friends, one of your family. And then this is what I would say. The second one right here. I hope you can see it. I don't want you to see the first one yet. This one right here. Hi, Aunt Kathy. My favorite auntie of all time. I'm not sure if you've seen what I've been up to, but I started a new business in order to make extra money for fill in the blank. People will connect with your story and your why. I can tell you, I had a girl that I have not talked to in years from high school. I haven't talked to her in years, but she messaged me and she said, "Hey Denise, it looks like you're like super successful. It's so cool to see what you've been up to. I just started my own business too." And she started with Stella and Dot. And she said, "I started my own business with Stella and Dot to help us with some hard times our family has run into. And I'm wondering if you'd like to look at and see if there's anything you'd be interested in getting your team." She said, "This is why, and this is what I need," without being needy. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't say, "Please, please, 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 please help me." You know what I mean? She was like, "I'm doing this to help my family, and I'm wondering if you'd like to take a look for this specific reason." And can I tell you, I bought all of my leaders a present from her. They all got a present that I'm not going to tell you because you may get it too someday. But I bought like 20 things. And it just so happened, I was thinking, what should I get my leaders for Christmas, right? So again, ask, but be relational about it. Don't just send a spam message. Send a personal a personal story, that kind of thing. Oh, yep, good idea, Nicole. I will. Okay. And you want to connect with the product specifically that you're thinking about. "Hey, Aunt Kathy, I'm not sure if you've seen what I've been up to, but I started a new business in order to make extra money for blank, and I love it so far. I was looking through the products, and I saw something called greens. It does this," and I'll show you where to get that. "I would love your support and to have you, try it as one of my first customers. I can even get it to you at my cost. What do you think?" Again, you're asking directly, like you're telling them what you need without being like, rude. I feel like you're making the ask and being relational and fun at the same time. So if you're like, "Okay, well, what does the greens do? How would I explain that?" One thing you want to think about is you do not want to overcomplicate things by puking. Sometimes we get so excited or so nervous that you say too much. Our cost, Ryan, is the loyal customer program. That's our cost. So you're signing them up as a customer. You can also call it a 90-day challenge. I can even set you up on a 90-day challenge. I like to say I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with my cost as a loyal customer. Something like that. But this is what I would do if you're taking, and this is what it does. Or you can even just say the first part. This is really interesting. So I was looking through the product catalog, and I think you would love the greens. I can get it to you at my cost. What do you think? Well, what does the greens do? Like maybe even end halfway and get them to respond with they have to respond. Well, what does that mean? Yes, the goal is to get customers at this point. You're looking for customers at this point. Yep. Yep. It's just saying a customer without saying 3 months on auto ship, because that's a scary thing to say. 3 months on auto ship sounds like what? But I'll show you some keywords here in just a minute. But this is where you can get a few key, like, what does it do? This is what it does. So again, you want to always end in a question. You want to do any math for them already. So for example, I can get you a 90-day sample, or a 90-day, not sample necessarily, but a 90-day program of greens would be $99. For less than $100, you can get 3 months worth. What? Cool. You do any math that needs to be done for them. People don't like to do math in their head. And this is where you would get, like, what does it do? So again, what does it do? And again, you're not saying the loyal customer, like, this is the loyal customer program in a million paragraphs. You're saying I'm getting it to you at my cost. Well, what does that mean? Or I'll say most people. Let me show you. Okay, so these are the keywords. Where did my keywords go? Here they are. Okay, so this is cool. So these are some keywords, and I'm going to look in my double diamond group and see if there's more. I want it to be one page, please. Excuse me. I have too big of a screen. Okay, so these are some keywords. Most people. So this is interesting. And again, if you go to Big Al, he is the one that trained us on some of these keywords, Big Al. No, I just made these up. We just made these up as a team, Terry. So I don't have any cool place to go, but I can copy it here. But most people, so this is the interesting thing. I don't want to be weird. It's like group conformity. You know what I mean? Like, so if you say, and they teach us to do on webinars, is to say thank you to Sally who already signed up. And of course you're talking about real people, but all right, we're signing up distributors all over the country. Think about, like, the masses are doing this. The masses are doing this because this is so cool and hot and normal and things like that. And most people. So most people are getting the greens at a loyal customer price. Most people get a package to get started because they love it. I love this one. Everyone I know is doing the cleanse or doing the system right now because they want to detox on the inside out and they want to lose that extra weight. Yep, Erica, we can totally upload it into files for sure. So most people, everyone I know. Another verbiage point is you have complete control. So when you're talking about the 90-day loyal customer program, you have complete control. Complete control. You have your own ID and password that you can log in and track your tracking and change your order. Oh, cool. Lisa said she's on her phone. She took a screenshot of it, so she has it for later, and she cut and pasted the notes into her phone. Good idea. Let's see. Okay, a couple other things for the loyal customer program is 90-day challenge and 2 more orders. So I say the loyal customer program is free when you agree to do 2 more orders. So The loyal customer program is free when you agree to do 2 more orders. You get wholesale price for life, $1 back for every $10 spent. I just learned this weekend too. This is why getting to events is huge. I used to say you get 10% back that you can redeem in free product. Well, people have to do math in their head. $1 back for every $10 you spend in free product. Much easier. You just want to take the guessing game away and make it super clear. I know when I was first starting, I bought product. I was a customer first. And Cammie goes, oh, did you want to do retail or a customer? And I was like, retail. I don't know. And she said, you're going to want to become a customer because you're going to get double the product for the same amount of price. And if you have any questions, call me. And I trusted her. So I knew that if I got stuck or if there was something I didn't like or whatever, I could call her and she would help me. So no risk is a big thing. When would you like to get started? I say this when I'm on the phone a lot. When would you like to put your order in? We'll put these on both pages, Double Diamond and Game Changers. Let's see. I'm looking to see what else we got. When would you like to put your order in? These are loyal customers. Anything else you guys can think of? Dorothy, leaders, Amanda, anyone who's got some good verbiage that you use too? The other thing to remember when they're at a party and or the Facebook event, you guys, even a virtual party, they came expecting to spend something. So you have to assume they're going to spend something. The question is what is it? What is it? What do they want? What are their needs? What are their goals? Ask them questions. What is your goal? How can I help you reach your goal? You already work out? Awesome. You'd love the new you. Awesome. You'd love the ProFit. Oh, you need to lose weight? Awesome. You'd love the system. Oh, you don't poop? Awesome. You need our cleanse. Whatever it is. Perfect. I always say that is perfect. You need this. Perfect. You would love this. Perfect. Brandon tells me all the time when I'm on the phone, I'm like, awesome. That's awesome. We're going to be a perfect match for you. Over and over again. Everything is perfect. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. A couple other questions. I love that, Dawn. I'm going to add that here. Yeah. Okay. So now let's move into distributors. You guys are getting me excited. I was like about to fall asleep before this, and now I'm all excited, and we haven't even done our power hour yet. So here's something for distributors. Do you want to use the product, or do you want to use the product and make money? Do you want to get skinny, or do you want to get skinny and make money at the same time? I like this one too. You're going to spend $99 anyway. You might as well make money with it. One thing to think about is a box of wraps is $59. For $40 more, they can have the rights to sell. I know a girl who went ambassador, and she's going ambassador this month, and she met It Works distributors at an expo. The It Works distributors followed up with her and said, why don't you sign as a distributor in case you want to sell it? No risk, no fear. You're not committing your life away. I like it. All right. So these are for finding distributors. Do you want to use the product, or do you want to make money at the same time? You're going to spend $99 anyway, so might as well make money with it. For $40 more, a couple more things, and then we'll get to our hundreds list. So Misty, keep working on your hundreds list. I want you to have at least 30 to 50 people on that list before we're done here. Let's see.
That's already done.
All right.
I just wanted to say one thing. Melissa, which is, a complete and total rock star. She sent me a message earlier, And she just basically said that, you know, she was having difficulty finding people to kind of join in. And I told her, I said, you know, just take a deep breath. And then so these ideas just kind of started pouring out of me. And this is my words verbatim. I said, okay, so clear your head. Now step out of your usual community of people. I asked her, has she been friending people on Facebook? I said, it doesn't matter if you know them or not. Go to the friends part of Facebook. They will have suggestions. Click on all that you have a friend in common with. I said, wait a day or so and then send out a message that is heartfelt and relatable. I said, your next option is to search for hashtag servers and then find people that are complaining about not making money or hating their job. And then third was to blitz and leave, you know, her cards everywhere, mainly if she goes to pick up a takeout order at a restaurant. You know, majority of the time you're going to go to the bartender. So leave a card with the bartender. You know, cashiers at convenience stores with, you know, make sure your info's on it, of course. And then also on those, add, do you want to make an extra $600 a month plus $1,000 bonus in your first 2 months? Get on Google, of course, Google Plus, Instagram, make a video and post it on YouTube. Send emails to everyone on your list. Even if they don't take the bait, they will still talk about it, you know? I mean, there's so many different social outlets out there that, you know, even though one person might not take the bait, they're going to talk about it to the next person, which is going to get that person and maybe interested. And if not, then that person's going to be like, oh my God, so this person did this. You'll never believe it. While that other person is like, oh my God, I really do have those issues, but I'm scared to just kind of say that, you know?
Yep. No, it's true. I mean, there's referral programs. The goal is to get in front of the people that you know and then make new friends and get in front of their people.
Absolutely.
Get in front of their people and get in front of their people. So you think of all of the friends, your friends' parents. You think of, I mean, those are all people that should be on your list. People
Right.
that, even if you don't call them every day, they are people that you know and you can reach out to and just say, hey, have you ever tried doing something like this? So I think that's perfect. That's perfect. It's really just getting outside of ourselves and really reaching out and being open. So a couple more things before we start booking our calendar. If I invited you to this event, would you come? That's like a virtual party event or an opportunity call. If I sent you a link to a video, would you watch it? Another one that I really liked, I learned this weekend, was no pressure. Let's just see what's the best fit for you. And I've been doing this with my warm market, with people that I know. I will say something like I keep thinking about you and I would love to have you on our It Works team. I don't know if you know much about what I've been doing, but I'd love to teach you how you can make that $1,000 in your first 2 months. No pressure, but I wanted to throw it out there. Let me know what you think. And again, it's just throwing it out there. If they say yes or no, it's up to them. But now the seed has been planted and they're brewing it. And I think that when something happens in their life, when they have a change, when they have a transition, when they have a baby, now they're 3 months old or whatever, it will be good for, then they'll think of me. Have you ever thought about making extra income? A couple things for joining our team. You are joining a well-oiled machine. We have all the systems and tools to be successful. You just have to use them. Another thing I like to say is I know you can experience success. The question is do you want to? Do you want to learn? Do you want to plug in? Do you want to try, right? If you try, you'll experience success, whether it takes a month or 3 months or 6 months, right? You're going to get there. Let's see. Another one that I just saw was you are not alone. I think if you feel alone in this business, you're not plugging in or reaching out because there's so many people who care and want to help you experience success. That we've got tons of trainings. Your leaders are doing trainings. There's lots of ways for you to plug in and learn. So you are not alone. We will take care of you. Again, just knowing that the team will support them. Most people who sign up for this have never done this before. And so there's this feeling like, oh my gosh, how am I going to know what I'm doing? And you're like, no, don't worry. We will teach you everything. We'll take care of you. You are not alone. If you have any sort of objection, one thing that you can use is the feel, felt, found method. I don't have money. I don't have time. I don't have people. Like, those are all things. If you have, like, I don't have time. I totally know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found. I don't know enough people. Totally know how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found. I'm not a salesperson. Totally know how I totally agree with you. I'm not going to put you on the defensive. Totally agree. I felt the same way. This is what I found. You're bringing them on a journey rather than being like, well, you're dumb. You know what I mean? Like, how bad do you want it? Whatever. Let's see. So I like this one too. I'm going to read this. Partner, could, and would. It says, these are words that leave people open with zero pressure. So would you be willing to try a wrap for 25 or 30 bucks or whatever? Could you find 4 friends who would like to try it for at least one of these products? And then the word partner. Everybody wants to be your partner, your teammate, your friend. We're offering a business, but we are also offering so much more. I look at I'm reading one of our leaders' posts. I look at every new distributor as a potential leader, partner, friend on our team for the future. And what they choose to do is up to them. But whenever I use the word partner regarding to signing up, it usually works. I like it better than teammate, downline, friend, even, as it makes a friend or business category in people's heads. Okay, so partner. I'll partner with you. We'll partner together. Like, join forces. We'll do this together. I'm going to teach you how to do it, that kind of thing. Most of the time, the fears that people have are about being left alone and broke, right? I don't know what I'm doing and I'm losing out. And the thing that I like to remind people is, honestly, it's a no-risk investment. You can sell the wraps or use them. At the end of the day, a retail box of wraps is $99. If they decide after their first box of wraps that they don't want to do it, they're not signing their life away. This is no risk. And if you know 4 people, just 4 people that would want to try a product with you, you'll get your free product. No big deal. Most people get started for that extra $500 a month or for free products. So you want to start there with your new distributors. Free product, $500 a month, and then allow it to grow from there. So this is what we want to do. You want to take we're going to do a lead generation call down the line as well. Today, I want you to focus on your hundreds list. These are people that you know. You can also do your Facebook friends. Now, again, these are people that you know. So I'm not saying to spam people. I think sometimes people hear to message people and they just message anyone and everyone, and it's not personal. So what you want to do when you're doing let me see if my chat's up. This is what I would do. Okay, I have 575 friends at least on chat right now. Now, a lot of them are distributors, right? But what I would do is I would take a look and see who's green. And I would message all the way down the list. Starting with the A's, right? They're on. These greens are on. And I would say, hey, you just showed up on my news feed. How are you? What have you been up to? And if you know them and you talk to them consistently, you can start with just that word. Hey, I think this product would be perfect for you. All right, here is an invite to a party. If you have that party date scheduled, whether it is next, Thursday, next Tuesday, whatever it is, here's an idea for a party invitation. And honestly, I think this one is still a little bit too, you could even change these first 3 words of making it a bit more personal. Like, oh my gosh, girl, you've got to see my results. Have you heard of the crazy wrap thing? Have you seen what I've been up to? So again, these are all things that you can say to your warm market people to invite them, and then you can use this if you want to invite them to that party. You know, I would often, again, make it exclusive. Some things that we learned are exclusive and urgent. So there's a deadline, and it's not for everyone, only you. Otherwise, I'll offer it to someone else. So if you're doing a party at your house, say, I have 4 to 6 spots available, and I'd love for you to be one of them. If not, let me know, and I'll offer it to someone else. Again, you want things to be exclusive, you want urgency, you want to get them off the fence. Make them decide. If the answer is no, that's okay, at least you know. The worst is maybe, you know what I mean? And you're like, just tell me. But the invite to the party. Have you tried a wrap yet? Have you seen what I've been doing? I think that I'm going to use this when I'm inviting people. We're doing a team party next week, and I'm going to use these next few minutes to invite people to that team party, and I'm going to edit this first few lines, or at least add a first few lines to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and I thought of you, you know, something like that. I get to invite 4 people to our team party, and I thought of you. Have you seen what I'm not sure if you've seen what I've been doing, but, you know, something like that. So does anybody have any questions before we move on to messaging those top 30 people on our list?
Can you go back to that screenshot real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. I just put it in the chats too. Here's the thing with parties, you guys, is that it could take you inviting 50 people to get 5. And that's okay. Because what I've learned is it's often not just about the event. It's about all the inviting that happens to get people to the event. And sometimes you invite 50 people and you've planted 50 seeds to get 5 people at your party. You want to, again, whether it's a virtual party or live party, you want to invite them. You want to remind them. You want to follow up with them. You know, we know that customer service is a huge, huge part of this business, and follow up, follow up, follow up. So any questions before we move on to working? All right. So we have just a few minutes left, and I'm not going to keep you forever, but what I want you to do is I want you to, number one, if you have not yet had a party yourself, to set the date and invite people to it. Do not wait for your party to start signing loyals. Do not wait for your kit to start signing loyals. You can send those that don't live near you the thing about, oh, Aunt Kathy, I think you should try the greens, or I think you should try the fat fighter, or I think you're pregnant. Have you ever thought about the stretch mark cream, or whatever? And I think you would love it. I think you would love it. So again, you want to be personal when you message people about what specific product they would love. But let's start booking our calendar. Whether you want to do 1 party a week or 2 parties a month, or you're doing virtual parties, whatever it is, you want to have a system in your calendar for you saying, all right, I'm going to do parties on every Thursday of the month or every other Thursday. So that means 1 week I'm inviting for the next party, and then I'm reminding them, and then I'm inviting for the next party, and then I'm reminding them, that kind of thing. Oh, good question. Follow-up message. It depends on what you're following up. If I'm inviting someone to a virtual event, then I'll just say something like, yay, I'm so glad you got to plug in. What was your favorite part? What was, you know, because you're always ending with a question. What was your favorite part? And I always want to end with something positive. Did you love it? Do you love your, like, what was your favorite product? If they're already a customer, I'll say something like, how do you love your greens? How do you love your whatever? If they're at a party, I would just say, what was your favorite product? What product stood out to you? How can we help you meet your goals? Another thing that I've done, if someone says, oh yeah, I'm interested, but they're like not committing, is I'll say, I'm putting orders in today. You wanted the greens, right? I'm putting orders in today. Let's get your order in. You know, I'm putting orders in today. You wanted the green. What's your number? Yeah, totally. You can unmute yourself, Amanda.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yay.
well, last time it wasn't working real well. Okay, so the other day I ran across the video about how to get your first 4 customers because I knew some of the kits were delayed. So I didn't want people to think that they had to wait on their kit to start. So I started like searching YouTube and I ran across this video. And what the guy said to do was get on the phone. You know, if you're opening a business, you are going to invite your friends and family for opening day, right? So get on the phone with your good friends and family and ask them to support you in your business. You know, see if there's something that they would be willing to try, but get them on the phone. Don't message them. Don't, you know, just show, you know, you can ask them in person, but getting them on the phone and asking for their support right away. You know, you might talk to 8 or 9 people and 4 or 5 of them might sign up. But if you're asking for the support, they're more likely to support you. And then you just work it within their budget and for something that they would like. And I thought that was like, man, that makes so much sense, you know, but I think we overcomplicate it. And I just thought that was a great piece of advice because I know I didn't actually call people whenever I first started. I sent messages and I still send messages. And I was like, why didn't I do that? You know, I'm telling everybody to do that now.
Yeah. Well, it's true. And again, saying I want to support, like I'm starting this new business because I want to take my kids to Disney or I want to do this and this. Can you support me by trying a product for 3 months? You know, it's so funny. My sister started this business and she was like, she got her people to the party by saying, hey, can you come be my guinea pig so I can practice on you? And I was like, Lisa, that's so lame. But you know what? It totally worked. It totally worked. She filled the room. She had a couple people there and it was fun. And it was like less pressure and it was more fun. So you can, yeah, I need your help. I need product testers. I need people I know to try the product for 90 days so they can give me feedback. Which product do you want to try? Can you support me? I love that. Thank you, Amanda. All right. So I'm going to stay on the phone until I message a few people to come to my party that we're doing. And I'm going to use that script. And I'm going to make it more personal because I don't like just saying, have you tried a crazy rap thing with my friends? You know, they're people that I talk to a lot. So I want to say, you have a formal invitation. And I only have a few spots and I thought of you. So if you have any questions or anything, right now is the time to ask while you are inviting people to your event or you are working to gather your customers. We know that it is a promotion month, the double good bonuses end at the end of the month. And so there's a lot of people working for volume this month. And gathering those customers quickly is huge, not only for you, but for your upline's promotions. So someone told me they do power hours like this and they put music on, which I thought was genius. But I'm only going to stay here for a few more minutes. So let me know if you've got any questions, you guys. Sometimes I'll say this. This is another thought. And then another thought, and then whoever unmuted yourself can unmute yourself again. But this is another thing that I'll say, especially if it's someone that I've been talking to for a bit, is I'll say, oh, I have an idea. We're having a team party next Thursday. Why don't you try a rep then? Like, oh my gosh, I just thought of this amazing idea. You should totally come to our party. Oh my, what a great idea. I'll do that with anything, whether it's a virtual party, like right now, that is what I feel comfortable saying. Oh my gosh, I've been talking to you for 3 months. You keep putting me off. Why don't you just come try a rep now? So anyway, who unmuted that has a question?
I did.
All right, what you thinking?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
It was actually about something you said about follow-ups. I noticed that I have actually lost a couple of potentials. I don't know if I'm following up too much, but I find that after a while, and you know Facebook tells on you, so I know you read the message, but now you're just ignoring me. So I don't know whether to follow up less.
Well, this is what I would. let me mute it again because there's getting background noise. That's a good question. Like, what do you do when people aren't responding? I would do a few things. I would not. Here's the deal. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? So don't feel stuck on them. What I would do is I would circle back through them maybe once a month and tell them about a special. Hey, we've got BOGO wraps going on, or hey, we've got this going on, or hey, we've got this, like, hey, I have an idea. I know you were interested. We're doing a party. Do you want to learn more? But I wouldn't keep stalking the people that don't want to be stalked. You do want to provide good customer service, but I would always be generating new leads. So if they're not responding, you've got more people to talk to anyway. Cherie has a good question about those who are negative. Okay, so if they're negative in a post or a response, I ignore it, delete, block, whatever. I just don't even engage in that. And it's not worth my energy. But if they're at a party and you're face-to-face with them, so I have been at a party where Cammie said to someone, I'm serious, you don't have to be here. You can go home if you want. Because that's the truth. They're volunteering their time to come. And then they're going to be rude. So a few things I've said before is I've said things like people keep asking me pointing questions. I don't get it. How does it work? I'm a pharmacist. This does not make sense. I back off and I say, all I know is that when I wrap people, they see results. Burp. All I know is that when I wrap people, they see results. You just have to try it for yourself. All I know is that I made my kit money back in the first month. All I know is that I'm making money. So I don't fight people. I usually just try to say, what I do know is that I'm having fun. So who cares? Or all I know is that I saw results, or I love the greens, or whatever. But if they are being really rude, then you can just say, you are free to go. You don't have to be here. Yeah. Dawn Marie says, she said, you're welcome to leave, and it wouldn't offend me in the slightest. So remember that they are choosing to be there. And if they're being negative, it's like they can choose to leave. So hopefully that helps. I also say this when I'm doing my presentation. I'll say, I know some of you are interested in making money too, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. I'll assume that people are interested in that side of it. So you don't want, I know some people who will be like, I'm just telling you about the products, but I'm not going to tell you about the business because I feel weird about that. So I say, some of you have already asked about making some extra money. I know some of you are interested in this. And that, I think, opens up people's hearts a little bit more. I love that, everybody wants to know about how to make extra money. Everybody does. Most people want to make extra money. That's true. So you can say, everybody wants to know how to make extra money. So let me tell you how I'm making extra money. You're just kind of doing that. These are good one-liners. I hope you're writing them down. All right, I am not closing the Zoom until I invite 5 people to this party because Elizabeth Cater-John said, can we please have a prize for the person who has the most people at this party? And I like to win. And I said, fine, Elizabeth, we can have a prize. And she said, good, because I already have 5 people coming. So now I have to have 5 people coming. I at least have to have 1. I just want to have 1. Okay.
Denise.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got to tell you, we did a launch party this last weekend, and it was crazy successful. She got her 4 loyals, and she's brand spanking new. She's got a lot of folks interested, and we had so much fun. But we had a negative Nancy there, and she had WOW, and she wanted to do the cleanser and the WOW and stuff, and she got amazing results. But then she started talking about, well, my face looks red and splotchy, and she had just washed her face, so of course it was going to be a little red, And I just finally, after we did the WOW, and she just kept going on, and I said, well, sweetheart, you can go ahead and wash your face if you'd like. I mean, if you don't want the WOW one. She said, well, will my results stay? So it was like she was just being, just being cantankerous. And then after that, she lightened up and really enjoyed herself. So
it's the takeaway, isn't it?
Yes.
You can give me back the greens I just gave you.
Exactly. If you want to throw them back up, go for it.
Well, it's interesting. It's like once you take it away. So this is really silly, and I don't know that I would say this to someone unless you have a good relationship. But at the It Works You this weekend in Dallas, one of Kyler Pentecost distributors, who's now ambassador, said every time she called Kyler, she was complaining about something. Her upline quit, her house burned down, like all of those things were true. But she was complaining. And finally Kyler goes, maybe you're not supposed to do this. And hung up on her. And she was like, what? And called her back. It's the takeaway. If someone's calling you and complaining all the time, maybe you say, maybe this isn't for you. And make them make that decision. I love that. In a sense, you took it away. Well, maybe you just wash your face. Wash it off if you don't like it. I love it. That's a great idea. Okay. So this is what I just messaged someone who told me they were going to sign up in November. Hey girl, I have an idea. We're doing a team wrap party at my office next Thursday. Would you want to come and bring your mom? It would be so fun. I should say something more about, learn more about it, get to try some of the products, that kind of thing. Cool. You are allowed to message people and run and hide. I've done that before. If you have anyone that you're scared to talk to, message them and then close your computer really fast. It works. Okay, I just invited 2 people. On Facebook, Carla, are you in UK? Are you home? Are you going to UK? No, not yet. Okay. Got it. I wondered why you were still hanging out with us. Not that you can't hang out with us in UK. All right, has anybody messaged anyone yet? Another thing is that Owen's teacher at his Young Fives class said I could do a party at their school. So I have to take advantage of that before he goes to a new school. So I'm messaging them too. Another thing I've learned with closing, you guys, is to give 2 dates. This day or this day. Which one works for you? This day or this day? This day or this day? Don't just say what day works for you, because then they'll be like, who knows? Like nothing. But if you say this day or this day. The wrap party, Betty, we are having a team wrap party in Michigan at my office. So that's what I'm inviting people to now. because Elizabeth wants to have a winner. I'm not quite sure that we're going to have a team one on Thursday. We may. I have Owen's kindergarten informational meeting, but it will have to be done by 9 because that would be really late. So I'll get into one question because you guys are on late. You get to be insider scoopy here. What would you recommend? Do you prefer? You just let me know. If we do a 9 o'clock Thursday opportunity virtual party, do you prefer a Zoom, a Facebook event, or a call? What do you feel like is best for you when you're inviting people and following up with them? Please put in the comments. That will help me. I'm trying to do a little bit of everything. Okay. So I've heard Zooms are hard for guests don't want to download the app and they don't want to get on it, or it's been like a barrier. Do you find that or no? Okay. Facebook has been weird and buggy. Okay. I know, it's not hard for me either. It never has been hard. So it's funny. Okay. Okay. Then I have to do my hair. For you guys, I do not do my hair. But for guests, I will do my hair. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can do the phone option too, Amanda. Open house Facebook events where there's information there that they can come. It kind of has a beginning and an end. Yeah, I know. I've heard that too. Yeah, I agree. Facebook parties and Zoom parties. I haven't done a Facebook party in a while, only because I was a guest on one once, and I had never been a guest on one. I've only hosted one, and I was like, this is confusing with all the, it just kept popping up, and the posts are out of order. After that, I wondered how confusing it was for people, but the Facebook parties, we really want it to be 30 minutes. Either way, we want it to be 30 minutes. No, well, yeah. I've just never been a guest on one. I should be a guest on one, and then that will help me to know if it's cool or not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea, Leanne. Just like a handful of posts, like 6 to 10 posts with. Yes, that's true. Having a lot of people on them. That's true. A lot of mine, I have hundreds of people on it, and so then it's very confusing. Another thing too, you guys, if you haven't gotten your kit, do a Facebook event with your upline. Have them help you with the online party. That's an easy way to do it. Easy way to launch your business. But honestly, just like Amanda said, you should be able to launch your business with calling people. You should be able to get your 4 customers by calling people. I get a lot of customers after giving them a present. Like I gave my gym essential oils, and I got 2 customers from the gym because they put my essential oils out, and it was nice. Ooh, yeah, invite me. Oh, cool. I'll be your guest. I will say yes. All right. Did you guys message a few people on your list? Okay. Amanda, are you doing weekly team parties? Team Facebook parties? Perfect. I love that. All right. Well, I will post these keywords in the Game Changer group and in the Double Diamond group. Thank you guys for staying on a little late. I hope that you got to work and get a few messages out, learn some of the keywords. We will plan a Zoom for 9 o'clock on Thursday. I will get that information out. Continue to do stuff as a small group. You guys, you are amazing because you side note, I looked at my organization this week and we have 80,000 distributors. Now, if only everyone was on auto ship and got 2 customers, right? Woo! But what I love is that you're creating small groups within the larger organization. I think that you guys are the glue, so continue to do the small group stuff, continue to do your own team Zooms and whatever, and I certainly want to help and be a part of things as much as I can, but I just appreciate all that you guys are doing too. So Thursday, 9 o'clock. See you guys there. Have a great night. Bye.